Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. And have you ever felt the panic of migrating a WordPress site that's just too big, crashing under the weight of its own content? Or maybe you're just tired of your current hosting and ready for something faster and more reliable? I get it, migrating a small website is just one thing, but when it comes to dealing with a massive websites, especially on a VPS, it can feel like climbing Mount Everest. But worry not, because in this video, I am going to break down the entire process of migrating a huge WordPress site from a VPS to another step by step. And we are talking about those sites with tons of images, plugins, and a heavy database. The sites that make you sweat like thinking about moving them. So guys, we will cover everything from backing up your files in database to setting up your new VPS and restoring your site without losing any data. No more sleepless nights worrying about broken links or lost content. So now, choosing the right VPS provider is also crucial for a smooth migration and a high performing site. Personally, I have had fantastic experiences with both Contabo and UpCloud. They offer powerful VPS solutions that are perfect for WordPress, even for the big ones. Contabo is known for its budget-friendly options, giving you a lot of power for your money. UpCloud, on the other hand, excels in performance and scalability, making it ideal if you anticipate future growth. So, if you're looking for a reliable and robust VPS, I highly recommend checking out Contabo and UpCloud. I have put a link in the description below where you can get free setup on Contabo and up to $25 free credits on UpCloud, and it is a great way to get started with a high performance VPS for your WordPress site. So stick around as we dive into the migration process, and by the end of the video you will have the confidence and the know-how to move your massive WordPress site like a pro. So don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more WordPress tips and tricks. So let's get started. Hello guys, so in this video we are going to migrate a website from one server to another. So basically we need to take the website from Upload to Contabo. Not necessarily Contabo, you might have any other VPS provider or a dedicated server provider where you may want to, migrate your huge website. But the only hurdle you have been facing is that the database is huge, or the files are too large to migrate or transfer from server to server, or first download it and upload it to a new server. So in this video, what we're gonna do, we are going to migrate the website without downloading the backup files on your local computer or even on a cloud service like Google Cloud or Dropbox. We will directly move the files from the old to new server, and we will then uh, migrate the website basically. So for this, right now, as you can see, this is the website wpmigrate.space. This is the website that I have, which is running just for the demonstration purpose. And now I am going to uh, create the backup on UpCloud server, which is the old server that where it already is running, and we'll move it further to a VPS server on Contabo, where we get more space, more storage, more CPU power, and more RAM to process it. And also, since it is a huge website, so we may need more resources. And for that matter, I am going to show you the Contabo. So I'm gonna list down the whole process. First of all, I've already created this GitHub repository where you can find all the commands that I'm going to use. So you will find the link to this GitHub repository in the description of this video. So go check that out. and there you will find all the commands that I'm going to use. So first we will log in to the old server. So in the first step it says clean up WordPress if needed. So first let's log into our old server. So this is my old server where WP migrate.space website is already there. I will just log in. You may want to use any other kind of um, SSH client you may need. Now I will first log into this one. On the left hand side we have the old server, and right hand side we will log into the Kondabo, which will be the new server. So as you can see, I have logged in to my old server. It didn't require password. So for this thing you will have to set up your SSH key. I will give a link to a documentation where you can set up the SSH keys for passwordless login. And once I have the video on that topic, I will replace that link in the description. So go check it out, how you can set up your server to have passwordless login. Now, what I'm gonna do is go ahead with cleaning up your WordPress if needed, and then we will back up the database. So, first of all, cleaning up WordPress, you need to find out where your WordPress is already set up. So in Nginx, the default place where it is set up is this location. Here you can see I have this wp migrate.space, right? Then I'm gonna get into that directory. Now you can see here I can find only the wp-config.php. Inside htdocs, I have all the folders that are there, like wp admin, wp content, and everything. So for this matter, we only need to backup files and backup the database. So how we gonna backup the database? First of all, this is the command that you will need. How I'm going to do it, let me show you how. So first of all, go one step backward where the wp uh, login is there, wp-config.php is there, sorry. So I will show you. See, this is wp-config.php. So I will just copy the path. First of all, I will cd and enter it so that I am in the root. I will show you. Present working directory is root. So here I am gonna first edit wp-config.php, and here you will find these credentials: wp, the define db name, db user, and db password. All you need is these 3 lines of code. Copy this, Control X, get out of there, and nano, you can create a wp migrate, or you can name anything for this file. Enter, just paste it here. You can use Control K to remove the unnecessary lines. Control X and press Y and then enter. So now we have saved this wp migrate file in our root location, which is not accessible for any other user on this VPS. So now we're gonna show this file in our terminal so that we can use these details while creating our database backup, because we will need database user, database name, and a password to create the database backup. So it is very simple. You just need to write mysql dump -u space, copy the username, paste it, then -p, then space, copy the database name, paste, then you will arrow this greater than, and then you're gonna write the backup file name. So I will keep this file name only because I want to make sure every time I create a backup file, I create with this name, and I will have very ease of use when I'm using this documentation or this document to migrate the files. I will need not, uh, get into any trouble with the commands. So I'll just copy the password. I will not paste it right now. I just have this command which is ready to enter. I will press enter and it will ask me the password. And now uh, you can see why I copied the password before running that command. So I can paste it and then enter it. Once I do it, it quickly creates the backup of your database. See, here is the file of our database backup. If you want to see how big it is, just use LTRH and you will see that it is 2.9 MB. Okay, so we have created the database backup successfully. As you can see, it is a very one single command and you easily created the backup of your database. Now what we can do, we can simply remove the WP migrate file that we created for temporary purpose. Okay, now we only have the database backup here. Now we gonna go to our WordPress directory, which is this, and inside go to htdocs. Okay, cd var www domain.com, which is wpmigrate.space. In your case, it will be your domain, then htdocs. Here you will find WP content. Okay, so WP content is the folder that has all the plugins, themes, uh, uploads, and all other files. Okay, so as I said, you may need to clean up WordPress if you need it. So you can go inside WP content and see what content you don't want to be backup and moved to a new server. So you can delete it from here. But if not, you're good to go and run your next command. So you just need to run this command without doing anything. You just make sure you are inside the folder where WP content is. Just paste the command and press enter. It will take a few seconds or few minutes to back up everything. If your file size is huge, you have like 10 GB of uploads, files, themes, and plugins, then it will take like 2 minutes or 3 minutes because it zips or gun zip all the files inside one zipped file. So it has done the task. Now you can see when I long shot here, it is the file that has been created. Okay, with this command you can check the file size. It is 297 MB. So now here's the thing. If you are using Nginx, there is a default block or default server block that is accessible with the server's IP address. So we are going to use that server block to download the backup files to a new server. So first of all, we will check that. To check that, you need to go to say first root, and then you will go to var www and then HTML. HTML is the default site, right? Here you will see index nginx dbn. Okay, to check whether it is working or not, you just need to copy the server's IP address and paste it here. Okay, and you can see it says welcome to nginx, and this is this file index nginx dbn.html, so which means it works. So what we gonna do now is we are going to move our backup files from wherever they are to this location. So how we are going to do that? First of all, we will go to root. Okay, copy this path. Okay, and you can see here is the database backup file. We will just move this file to this location, and now the file is gone from here, and when we cd to the location, you can see it has been moved here. Okay, the same way we will first go to wmigrate htdocs, and here is our wp content back.tar.gz, and now we're gonna move this wp file, zip file, to the same location. And now again it is gone from here, and now we need to go to that path, and now you can see both backup files are here. So we are done with the first step of the whole process, which is preparing the old server and backing up your files and database. Cool. You can see these commands are also here, like move wp content back.tar.gz to this location and SQL backup to here. So we are done with this process. Now we are going to prepare the new server. So guys, now we are moving to the next step, which is preparing the new server. So before we prepare the new server, I would like to take you guys through Contabo. Contabo is one of my favorite VPS provider, and I've been using it for like more than 3 years now. And since I know most of the development part and DevOps part, how to handle command line interface to manage your website, it is easy for me and it has never been a trouble. So if you do it with a proper knowledge, Contabo is the best platform which gives you enough power, enough resources to host your websites with confidence and with more resources. So I will also like to show you Contabo's pricing. You can see virtual private server starts from 4.28 euros per month, and the basic server that you get will have like 4 vCPU, 4 GB RAM, and 100 GB of NVMe. Okay, and why I recommend cloud VPS from Contabo over UpCloud is because their starting price is low. You get 4x CPU cores when you go with Contabo. You get 8x RAM in the entry plan from Contabo. Then you also have NVMe SSD in Contabo, and the storage size is 2x, where you get 25 GB in UpCloud, you get 50 GB in Contabo. Um, Free backup or snapshot service you get with UpCloud. It's a good price you pay for the backups, but on Contabo you can get it for a very minimal cost. And data centers, Contabo has a few data centers. UpCloud has more data centers, but UpCloud doesn't have a data center in India, but Contabo has it. And then uh, Contabo is like a very developer friendly thing. If you know how to host your website on a VPS, you can definitely go for Contabo. Then I would also recommend Contabo because you get more resources for a less price, which makes your setup cost effective. Okay, but at the same time, UpCloud cannot be taken for granted. UpCloud has its own advantages. When you host with UpCloud, you get better speed and performance compared to any other VPS provider. Then you get 100% uptime SLA, which is another upper hand, and then you get customer support from live chat, which is not there in Contabo. Then it is a developer ecosystem. So just in case you deployed a server and you don't want it the next hour, you can shut down and delete that server, and you won't be charged any extra amount. Whereas in Contabo, you pay for monthly services, and you are charged monthly for the servers. And then server customizations, there are more customization options in UpCloud, and UpCloud is hourly billing model where you pay for how many hours you use their VPS. So this is the thing. So I have left the links to both of these providers in the description of this video. So do not forget to check out both of them, and when you buy from my links, I will get some commissions for recommending you both of these. But if you are looking for more RAM, more CPU cores, I will suggest you to go with Contabo. The link is in description. So moving further, I have already deployed servers on Contabo. You can see my Contabo panel where I have two servers. This is my personal testing servers where I can show you, moving this website. So this was my old server. Okay, and here I can log into the new server, which will be the Contabo server. So how I'm gonna log in? It is the same thing. I will just do this. I'm using passwordless authentication. So you can check the documentation and the video link in the description below how you can also set up this passwordless authentication using SSH keys. So now let's go back to my document. Now we need to prepare the new server. So first we need to download the backup in the root folder. How to check root folder? First we will check present working directory pwd. We are in root, right? If not, we will cd root, but we are already in root. So what we're gonna do now is use this command wget server IP wp content and this. So we just need to replace server IP with this server IP. Okay, so how we gonna do it? We will just copy this whole thing, copy the IP, paste it here, and now I can copy the whole thing and paste it right here and press enter. So now your question will be, hey Vashish, I was looking to migrate huge websites, and we are here transferring very small files. So the reason why I did this is the process is the same. No matter your file size is 10 GB, 20 GB or 30 GB, the process is going to be the same. The commands are going to be the same. So what we're doing special in this video is we are transferring the backup files from one server to another without using downloading and uploading it on the local machine. So here's a new server where we have downloaded the files. I can show you these two files we have downloaded. So basically what we have done now is we have created the backup and we have it on our new server. Now the thing is, all we need to do now is create and set up the stack on the new server, install a blank WordPress site, and then import these two backup files into that site, and we will be all done. So for this matter, for the stack purpose, basically to host WordPress, I always use WordOps. So you can also look at their GitHub directory. They have very detailed documentation, how you can install it, how you can use it, how you can create WordPress sites easily. Not just WordPress sites, you can also create PHP sites. You can manage SSL very easily from the command line, and it has a lot of tools that you may need to set up WordPress sites. So We will first install WordOps on this. So let's go back to our document, and here you can see this install server stack for WordPress on the new server. So this is the command you need to copy. First of all, let's clear the prompt, paste it here and press enter. It will take a minute or two and it will install the WordOps on your server. So now it asks me to type my name, then my email address. So now you can see it gives you three commands that you need to run, and you don't need to run all three commands, you just need to run these two commands. First we will bash shell for bash completion, and then we will install the stack. So using this command, it will install all the required modules on your server like Nginx, PHPMyAdmin, PHP, and all these things that are needed to run the website. So you can see I have listed these two commands in the document also. So I first run this command and then this one. So as you can see, I got some error before, and I used this command to fix that repository that returned forbidden status, and I am now able to install all the stack options. So now you can see it gives you the HTTP auth username, auth password name. So you can save this detail somewhere so that you never lose this information, which is the WordOps panel details. So I will show you where I am. I am in the root directory. So I will first of all create mkdir panel details. This is a folder, and I will go to panel details and nano details and paste these details here, then cat details, so it will again show it here. Now you can use this details to log in to your WordOps. So your username is WordOps and password, paste it and sign in. And now you can see I am logged into my WordOps dashboard, and here's the database I can manage using PHPMyAdmin. Okay, and I have all these important tools like Memcache, Gires, all these things are there in WordOps. So you can definitely use this to have scalable WordPress websites on your server. Now we have done at this point we have done this step, which is install server stack for WordPress on new server. Now before you set up the WordPress site, you need to have SSL also, right? So to have SSL, you first need to change the change the DNS settings of your domain to the new server. So let's do that too. So I have my domain with Namecheap. You can see I have in the advanced DNS the old server's IP in the A records. So you need to change this to the new server's IP address. So I will copy the new server's IP address and then paste it here and click on this check to save changes. Now I have saved the DNS record. So, but before you continue with installing WordPress on a new server, what we need to do, we need to make sure that the A record that we have changed has been propagated as well. To do that, I use DNS checker. Go to DNS checker, then copy your domain name and then paste it here and press enter. You will see what IP it is resolving to right now. Right now it is resolving to the old IP address. We have set up a different IP address and we can set it up to refresh every 20 seconds. Once this is propagated and resolves to the correct IP address, we can go ahead and install WordPress on our new server. So to make sure that your domain resolves to the IP address, you can also use this command, which is ping. So when you write this ping your domain name, it will tell you what IP it is resolving to. So if it is the new server IP, then you're good to go. You can control C and you are good to go and install WordPress on this, because from here you can see it is resolving on the correct IP address from your server. So go back to the documentation. You can see it says WO site create, then the domain name.com, then there's just WP, PHP 11, 81, and LE for is for let's encrypt, and force is for forcing the SSL. So just copy it, paste it right here. Then what's your domain name? You go to the website, just copy your domain name, just replace it with domainname.com and then copy it as a whole. And now we can run this on our new server. It is WO WordOps site create wmigrate.space with WordPress pre-installed, PHP 81 to be the PHP, or you can eliminate this to have the default PHP also. So once you enter this, it will install WordPress and Let's Encrypt SSL on your website. Now you can see you have a WordPress admin user and WordPress admin password. So using this login details, you can actually uh, log into your WordPress site. But we don't need to do that. We want to migrate the site, right? But before we do that, I will show you. We will go to the same location, and here you can see we have wp-migrate.space, and inside wp-migrate.space there is wp-config file which has different database credentials. So what we now gonna do is go back to our documentation. This is what I told you. You will first cd to htdocs folder. So we are already in wp var www wp-migrate.space, which is this, and then we need to go into the htdocs. So cd htdocs. Now we are into this location where wp content folder is. Now we need to first remove the wp content folder. So we remove it first of all. Then we go to our root directory. Okay, here is wp content.gz. So we need to move it to this location. So what we type mv, the file name, then the location, enter. Now cd location, enter. Now vls, and we will find this file right here. Now this is what we did. We went to the root folder. Then now we want to we moved also. We moved that wp content to this htdocs. See, this is what we did, right? Now we are also in the htdocs. That's also we have done. Now we need to extract this wp content file. you can see there's no there again WP content has been created, so we will remove this again. Okay, then extract this. So what it will do, it will extract the gz file, and now you can see WP content folder is there. Okay, now we need to copy the database details in a file or create a temporary file in view in terminal. So how we gonna do it? How we gonna do it? We will use this command. You will find again the same things. Okay, Control X to go back. Then nano, just name it temp or something like that, like this, nano temp. Then paste it right here. Use Control K to remove unnecessary lines. Now get this file temp. So this will show up these details in your terminal only. Now there is no database files. Where is the database file? Database file is in the root location here. See, this is the database file. So how are we gonna do it? We will use MySQL -u, the database username, -p, the database name, and we will use the less than arrow. Then we will paste, or write S and press tab, and it will auto fill it. Now copy the database password before entering this command. So make sure this is the correct syntax. I will show you here also. We went to see root, right? Then we created temp file. We displayed the temp file. Now we are in this command. When press enter, it will ask for password. I paste the password and press enter. Now it will restore the um, thing, right? Now you can see we need to confirm the file permissions, remove the temporary files first of all. So according to this, we did not do this, right? We created the temporary file inside the WP content, inside the htdocs. So we need to remove it from there. Right, this file, remove temp file, enter. Okay, so guys, at this stage we have already migrated our website from old server to the other server. To make sure it works, what you can do is go to your old server, okay, and type in this command wo site disable wp migrate.space and press enter. It will basically disable the website from the old server. So if the website works, it is on the new server, and it says refuse to connect, which means it is still on the old server. To make sure it uses the new server, I will open a new terminal window. I will write this command, type your password. Okay, it was nano, sudo nano at, okay. And now what you can see is I just need to uh, copy the new server's IP address, paste it, press tab, and then write wp migrate dot space, which is my domain. You need to type your domain, press X, Control X, Y, and then enter. And now, if the website works, then it is on the new server. So basically, our old server cannot run the website because its server block is disabled, and we have changed the IP address in our local PC, so it resolves to the new server's IP address, and if it resolves, it works. It means that we have successfully migrated our website. So this was it from my side about migrating your huge WordPress sites to any server you want. I recommend using UpCloud and Contabo. Contabo is one of my favorite VPS provider, and UpCloud is one of the most reliable provider. So I will post the links to both of these in the description of this video, and I will keep recommending more in my YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe for more such videos, and post your comments, post your questions in the comments down below, and I will make sure I answer all your queries about migrating your WordPress sites. And in the future, I'm also going to cover topics like hosting your Node.js app, hosting your Laravel app, and many more to come. So make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video. Till then, have a great day. Bye bye.